We are finally answering the question that we've been getting asked every day for 5 years. Is Kayson
adopted?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. But it's an interesting story. When Kayson was just 4 years old, he was awarded guardianship to my grandmother. We call her
Nana.
And how old was Nana?
She was 80 years old.
What did she do when she got guardianship of Kayson?
The first thing she did was call my dad up and it's like,
I am way too old to get a 4-year-old for my birthday present.
So she flew here and dropped him off, and we started the adoption process right away.
But it took 3 years to adopt Kayson. Why did it take so long, Kayson?
Because I was in Mississippi?
Yes, he was across state lines. And then when I called to try to make everything official, they said, you shouldn't have taken him out of Mississippi. And I was like, I did it. But I got in trouble and it took a long time to get it all worked out.
Forever.
Adopting Kayson was not an easy process, but we're gonna show you the never before seen footage of his actual adoption right after we play one of our new favorite games with
Now let's get outside and have some fun.
Thank you, Gel Blasters.
Sponsoring my adoption video.
You ready?
Green light, red light, green light, red light, green light, red light. Hey, I saw you. Green light, red light. It's time for full auto. Marco. Marco. Marco.
You got me! It's time for capture the flag. We've got the high ground. You ready?
Yeah.
it's gonna be so awesome.
Go!
I got my mom.
Got him, yeah.
I got it. Let's go. I got one.
This is actually so fun. I've done paintball and airsoft. This is so fun. They don't hurt, they don't break windows, and they're not bad for the environment. That was awesome.
Yeah, they're so fun.
Woo! We won Gel Blaster Capture the Flag!
Yeah, we did a good job, Kayson.
Kayson, you ready to see your adoption?
Yeah.
Today is a huge day. Guess what? What's today?
I get adopted?
Yep, today is the day that Kayson is getting officially adopted. And what's your name?
Kayson.
You guys know his name's Kayson. Kayson got to choose his middle name.
Bruce Nyland.
Why'd you choose Bruce?
I just like it.
Sounds kind of cool, right? Like Bruce Wayne, Bruce Lee, Bruce Banner, and Kayson Bruce Myler. Woohoo! His first name, Kayson. What'd you say about it? Want a cooler name?
Yeah.
Yeah? I think Kayson's a cool name. What do you guys think? Is Kayson a cool name?
Like it.
You don't like it? Why? Give this video a thumbs up or comment down below if you think Kayson's a cool name. Have you ever felt uncomfortable about your name? You know what? I think a lot of people probably feel that way sometimes, right? But if you could change your name to anything, what would it be? What would you pick?
I don't know.
Shark. Could be Shark, like that. Shark. Shark boy. Most people don't get to choose their middle name. I think that's enough. You guys like
People
it?
call me Queso all the time.
We call him Queso for short because he loves cheese. Queso means cheese in Spanish.
I know.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if someone bought me? Oh, guys, I can't get Kayson anymore. He's not for sale.
How much do you think he sold for?
No.
We just found out that another family online bought you. Just kidding. You don't buy kids. We didn't buy you. We adopted you.
But you paid money.
We didn't pay money to buy you. It's time, Kayson. What's it time for?
Me for getting adopted.
Do you want to get adopted?
Yes.
Yeah? We're meeting the judge online right now.
Literally right now.
You guys ready for this? Let's do this. Happy family.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Looks like we've got a lot of supporters here today, which is great.
I believe we have Shane and Ellie Myler on with their entire crew, and I believe Kayson's in there somewhere.
Kayson, where are you?
Now, I understand Kayson's been in your home and your family for a few years now, is that right?
He has. It's been about 2.5 years, right?
Yeah.
It's been an awesome adventure, full of lots of great things and lots of challenges and, that come along with parenthood. And siblings, right?
Now, during that time, has Kayson just become one of the crew, just like your other children?
Well, they're all very unique and individual, even though they do a lot of the same activities. So he's definitely not just like them. None of them are just like any of them.
What do you think though? Is he one of the crew?
But I definitely think that he's one of the crew.
Super. You understand, Mr. Myler, that if the court completes the adoption today, Kayson will be considered your child for all purposes under the law, just as if he'd been born to you and your wife. Each kid's different. He might be a teenager someday.
Are you going to be a good teenager?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Because I'm not allowed to sell you. I don't think he knew until this morning that he wasn't adopted. Yeah.
I think Kayson's a fantastic kid, and I think he's really happy with us.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think that the kids adore him, and he's definitely one of the family. And we've already taken him in as if it was final a long time ago. So he's already been just one of us. It's been a good 2.5 years.
Super. And do you consider him to be essentially one of your children?
I love Kayson. He is definitely one of my children.
Super. Now, you understand, I talked with your husband about this, but you realize that at the end of these proceedings, if the court grants your adoption petition, Kayson will be your child legally for all purposes under the law. Is that what you want to have happen?
Sure do.
And do you believe that that's in his best interest?
I do.
Your Honor, any questions of Mrs. Myler? That's all I have.
Kayson, will you introduce me to your brothers and sister?
Brighton, Ashton, Paxton, Peyton.
I always wanted a younger sibling because I just remembered how much my older brothers like Brighton and Ashton would teach me and how much they would do stuff for me, and I thought that'd be fun if I could do that for someone else. Okay, Kayson is actually super funny, but he's also super sassy. None of my brothers were like that. I was kind of like that. My parents always said I was sassy, but Kayson is also sassy and he's really funny. He's got a really good personality. So he'll just come to my room and be like, Peyton, do you want to make bracelets? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And I also love that he gets excited over the littlest things. I'll be like, Kayson, do you want to watch a show? And he'll be so excited. He'll be like, yo, can I pick? He gets excited over the littlest things, which I think is really cute.
My favorite thing about Peyton is she helps me with things the most, and whenever I do something for her, she gives me a treat, like a sucker or something.
He can be really short-tempered. Even if I didn't do anything wrong, I'm like, hey. And then he's like, and then he gives me this evil look. I'm like, what did I do? It's a little funny, but I think he's serious. Kayson is working on getting his black belt. Everyone in our family has a black belt except Kayson. I think one day he's gonna get his black belt. Kayson, keep working hard on everything that you've been doing, and I know you'll be able to do it.
Trades Pokemon cards with me. He's really fun to play with. Like video games, he's fun to play with. He's nice sometimes too.
But only sometimes. It's fun to have a cute little crazy kid in the house, get him adventurous, getting him learning new sports and stuff. It's just been a blast. I've enjoyed having him. Some challenges for having Kayson living with us. He didn't grow up for the first couple years of his life with the same habits and attitude and do the same things we did, trying to teach him and help him and just being his older brother. I never knew how easy it was to argue with an elementary kid, but I do think it has helped my teaching skills, just being able to comprehend what a tiny person is thinking, even though I used to be a tiny person and still a tiny person at heart. So Kayson, I've always enjoyed hanging out with you and spending time together. Don't grow up, stay a kid at heart. Love you, buddy.
He trades Pokemon cards with me, better Pokemon cards than Paxton.
Kayson plays such an important role in our family, and I couldn't imagine life without Kayson. He's funny, he's crazy, he's hyper, but he's just my brother, you know? That's the only way to put it. He loves to have fun. He's got a strong fire in his eyes.
He lets me hold Rocky a lot, and he's nice like Peyton. He lets me like go in his room with him. He wasn't loud when I slept, like snoring like
When Kayson first came to live with us, he was so worried about us not being around him every second. I remember I told him I was going to get the mail, and I came inside and he was crying on the floor. I'm like, what's the matter? What happened while I was gone? You left me, he said. And I'm like, no, I told you I was getting the mail. And with time, like, he knows we'll always come back and we're always gonna be there. He's very self-sufficient. He can get up, get himself ready, walk to the bus stop. He's like, he's all grown up now. He was so afraid of heights. So afraid of heights that if Brighton would pick him up, he would freak out just because Brighton was holding him in his arms.
My grandmother even told us that we shouldn't take him on an airplane because he's too scared to fly.
So she said one of us should just start staying home, and I'm like, that's not gonna happen. Like, we gotta figure this out. And we took him to Africa about a month later and he loved it. He loves to fly now.
When Kayson went to Africa with us, he was not officially ours yet, so we had to be really kind of sneaky to get him to Africa, and they almost didn't let him come back with us. They weren't gonna let him leave France at the airport. They're like, sorry, these are the wrong papers. He has a different last name than you. He can't go with you.
It was my nightmare. It was the thing I worried about most, and it was fine until Paris. My favorite thing about Kayson is he is like the best apologizer. Is that a weird thing? He like will own up to anything and like mad up and be like, yes, I did that, I'm sorry.
He's also really good at saying thank you, and it's a good reminder for the older kids.
He's really sweet.
He also has the best facial expression with those huge eyes. He has the funniest faces.
He's hilarious. I think the biggest challenge is watching Kayson expect to be where all the other kids were at his age. He's wondering why he's not a black belt at age 8 like the other kids were.
The other kids were practically raised in a martial arts studio. We've been working hard to get him caught up on those things. He has fun, and I think that's the most important thing, is that he's enjoying the process.
A lot of you have been asking when Kayson is gonna get his own YouTube channel.
I told him when he can do a front flip on the trampoline, no rush.
I think he's ambitious. I think he's fiery and fun and funny. I'm just excited to see where the world will take him.
My favorite thing about my family is that everyone's nice to me. They give me things. They help me with homework sometimes. They play with me too.
Do you like having siblings?
Yeah, they help me with things and they're really nice. They make me not lonely. Having siblings was gonna be scary. I thought they would be like bossy and be like, go to your room right now. But they're nicer than that. And we film a lot and that's fun. They help me get goals and they help me be successful.
Family that plays together? Family that plays together?
I do find that the petitioners are fit and proper persons to be the legal parents of Kayson and to have this arrangement be official. And I find it would be in Kayson's best interest to grant the adoption and to have him officially become part of this family. So congratulations, everyone.
The kids may not remember this, but we actually all got to meet Kayson when he was just a baby.
We went to visit my family in Mississippi when he was just a few months old.
Peyton doesn't remember it, but she's standing right next to him.
We've never met Kayson's biological father, but his birth mother is actually my sister.
Which made Kayson our little nephew and our kid's cousin.
He's like their brosin, you know, brother and cousin?
He's the brosin.
Unfortunately, my sister lost custody of Kayson and he was put into foster care. Luckily, the judge awarded guardianship to my grandmother and she flew him to live with us so that he would have a family. A crazy story, when Allie and I were first dating, we made a deal that we were gonna have 5 kids, but not just 5 kids. We made a deal.
We agreed on it. See, I was snooping around. He was teaching martial arts and I was looking at his desk and he had a list of what he wanted out of a wife. And one of the things on the list was not more than 3 kids.
She said, what if you have twins? I said, if we have twins on the 3rd time, then we'll stop at 4. Any more than that will have to be through adoption. She said,
okay, deal, we'll have 5.
We shook on it when we were dating. thing. That is what happened.
That's what happened.
So I win, I think.
Crazy, right? Did you know about that story?
Life was a little crazy. We were already filming YouTube videos for you guys, and Ninja Kidz was growing, and it was like, okay, can we have another little kid right now? Is this a good time? But it was a great time. He's been such a good addition. He's the 5th Ninja Kid, and you're awesome.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part, Kayson, about living with our family?
The film videos.
Filming videos? What's your second favorite part?
Hanging out with everyone.
What does Kayson not like about living with the Ninja family?
Nothing.
No, really. Tell the truth.
Nothing.
There's got to be something you don't like. You can say it.
There's nothing.
There's got to be something. How about getting poked by Ashton when he's trying to tickle you?
That's the only thing I don't like.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Trust me, Kayson, we're in this together.
Ashton tickles hard.
No, we're all in this together.
I just want to say that I'm so proud of how far Kayson's come. When we got him, he didn't do any sports at all. What's one thing you did in Mississippi a lot?
I don't want to say it.
Say it. Tell them.
I ate cheeseburgers.
He went to McDonald's every single day. He started martial arts, he started tumbling, he started a lot of cool sports, Ninja Warrior, and he's gotten so strong.
Are we allowed to put Kayson in videos? We were kind of nervous that maybe the adoption wouldn't go through, and so we tried to not have him in videos, even though he's like, I want to be in the video.
He wanted to be Hulk so bad. We had to write the whole script just so you could be Hulk.
He's a good Hulk.
Do you remember that?
We have loved having Kayson as the 5th kid in our family. It's been amazing. He brings so much joy and so much happiness to our family. We hope you guys enjoyed Kayson's adoption story. Tell us in the comments what your story is like, whether it's being a kid or having kids, whatever your story is. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks for being awesome.